The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from the Superdome. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Winston. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone,
gets through, and now an opening. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. They'll throw again. Winston. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Winston. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jameis Winston, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A strong running. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. On play action, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now it's Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle but couldn't spring himself free. The kick by Crosby is good, and they are on the board but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Working with his 2nd and 4. The give is to Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in his first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Touchdown! It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey, baby,
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Winston. And this one is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. On play action, Winston. Now he's forced out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we're all tied up heading to intermission as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away? It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Yeah, a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And Crosby puts it through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He can't get him down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Back now here live in New Orleans. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the Saints pressure gets him. One down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lewis. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. He's at the 40, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 17-13. A minute 39 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Rodgers. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That catch good for only a couple.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time. And it's a Packers touchdown. Devontae Adams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point up and good by Crosby. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now all the focus shifts over to the Saints, trailing by a field goal. 1:13 to play. Winston to throw. Pass complete, Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be second down. Now Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And this throw will be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Lutz to try to end the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll indeed take a knee. It's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we'd say so long from New Orleans.